I want to do it, but... Hello everybody. So I've just been out and I've had caffeine, so I'm ready to do a live stream. I guess I'll just wait for people to view. I have to go back in and get something. Hey, stay there. Apparently I need to go get a bag, so I'm gonna go in and get a bag. I've got lots to talk about today, so I wanted to do a live stream. Got a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. Boo! You didn't know I was there, did you? I'm not playing with you. You've had lots of playtime now. He's out of puff, so I'm not playing now. Whew. I'm supposed to bring a bag out for some reason. I don't know why. But in order to do that, what I need to do with the bag, I need to go in the non-Wi-Fi place, which is annoying. Okay, how are you? I'm great, thanks. I'm a bit tired because I've been out. I always get tired when I've been out, and I'm all shaky because I've had caffeine. So I'm kind of that cross between tired and I've had caffeine, so my brain's awake. But my body is tired, I guess. After a day of even doing not that much, my ankles get sore, so getting in bed and lying down is a real relief. So I've been to Morrison's, we had something to eat and then shopping, and then when I came back, I had 2 coffees, but one was decaf, so I'm not full of caffeine. That's the worst, it's so bad, right? I know, that's why I say that I think that might happen to a lot of people, because they are on their feet too much when they go to work. I think everybody in the world should have a nap. Like, I think they have it in Spain, is it, or Mexico, they have a siesta. Everybody should do that, because I think people work too hard in other places. I really do. And that's why they always get really tired, because they get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even 5, and then they work right throughout the day until like midnight and sometimes later, and I'm like, how do you do this, and how do people expect people to do this and then not get ill and die? Because they're overworked, they're over whatevered, they're tired, they're stressed. I've just met a woman today in Italy has long coffee breaks. Yeah! See, everybody else in the world does everything better and everyone wants to copy America. Britain wants to copy America, and yet the best things are in other countries, like having siestas and having long breaks and having little coffee shops outside, you know, where you can sit outside, like in France. Little tea shops and things. And yet everyone wants to copy America, where obesity is at a high, where they have fast food restaurants, and what else? Oh, they want to copy their language, like anyways, which by the way annoys the shit out of me and my mum. But everybody, even British people, are copying it now, and people are saying anyways. Oh my god. And we have mini Dirty Vegas, aka Blackpool. Yeah, what else do we copy from America that's really annoying? I think the hooligans are going by, so I've got to be quiet. If they're home in the garden, they'll start. And apparently my voice is really loud and carries, so I've got to be quiet. Apparently I have a foghorn voice. I don't think so. I think I'm dead quiet because hardly anybody listens to me when I'm talking, so I think I have a really quiet voice, but apparently I have a really loud foghorn voice that carries. A useless leader. In America, no, forget about that. Let's talk, actually, he has some really good ideas, so I'm not going to grumble about him. I'm not saying I agree with everything, but he does have some good ideas, like keeping America, America! And not like stupid Britain, who wants to make everything, well, not British. They want to make it so it's not British, it's multicultural instead. But not multicultural as well as, you know, Britain as well, and other cultures, but just everybody else. Like, oh, let's ban Christmas, let's ban red post boxes and red telephone boxes and red buses, and have, what is it, female guardsmen or whatever. Yeah, no. Let's keep everything traditional, let's keep everything as it was. You know, but just take away all the bad stuff and keep the good stuff. Apparently we're not only just doing it because I don't know why, but we're doing it apparently because we don't want to offend other cultures. And that's wrong, because, you know, I don't even think other cultures are offended by our culture, like Christmas and red post boxes and stuff. I don't think anybody is. So, but I don't actually know why Britain is so obsessed with not offending other people. Like, for instance, if everybody else was offended by British culture, then they don't have to come here. They don't have to come here. They can just have a holiday here if they want to and then go back home. They don't have to live here, do they? Or even have a holiday if they don't like it. But I don't understand why Britain is like catering for these people. And even, you know, like at one time when you got like instruction manuals or on boxes, they used to have... Sorry, I'm out of... Just a second. Yeah, at one time English used to be like the top language on any instruction manual, but now it's everybody else, and then Britain's like at the bottom, British is at the bottom, and I think that's wrong. Somebody did point out that that was depending on where it came from, and wherever it came from it would have that language at the top, so I kind of thought, oh, that's alright then, as long as it's not them putting Britain down there, you know, like, you know, because they hate us. But apparently, considering we do all of this stuff to please all these other countries and cultures, they don't like us anymore, I have heard. Nobody likes us, apparently. Even our own don't like us. Like the Welsh apparently don't like English people, but I'm not really sure why. Anyway, so what was I originally saying? AKA Blackpool. Somebody here will probably jog my memory. No. When you said useless leader, I thought you meant me at first, like I'm a useless leader. I thought, oh thanks, that's not very nice. The reason why I assumed you meant me was because someone has called me a useless leader lately, so I'm a bit paranoid. I'm English and I don't like English people. Yeah, some of them can be annoying. I don't like English people because they want to cater for everybody else in the universe except our own people. Like, apparently we have 1 million homeless people in the country, and everybody wants to sort out other people's homeless people and poverty before doing our own homeless people and poverty, and that's wrong as well, because they always say charity starts at home, and that doesn't mean the house, you know, the place where you live. It also means like your area or your country as well. Yeah, I think we should do it. We could do it. We could start like a union type thing and just like do like what other people do, like the LGBT people and the feminists, and just like say, I want to start my own political party type thing, and I want to put the sticks up their bums. Because I want to be like pro furries and stuff, and pro Britain, and pro English, and pro white people, and pro straight people. That's what I'd be, because apparently everyone's hating on straight British white males now, and also females, but mainly males. It's gone like the complete opposite way, and that's not what it was supposed to be all about in the beginning. Like the anti-racist and like the feminist people, it wasn't supposed to be where we flip the lid and we hate on white people and we hate on men. It was supposed to be whereby we were just treated as good as men. We live in an age of overreaction. I'm a straight white British male. Yeah, you're a rarity, mate. I've met more femme on my Facebook. That's the only people who talk to me. So white straight British males are a rarity these days. Apparently. Even when I go out and about, all I ever see are Indians and black people. There's like no white British people. So it is a rarity. And like I say, whatever, like I'm a member of this furry group, a furry roleplay group, and every single post I see, They say, I'm looking for a future or a femboy. That's every single one, and I'm like, ugh, there's more fetish things to life than that. I have a million ideas of role play, and all everybody wants to do is futures and femboys and God knows what else. We speak when you on Skype, which hasn't been for a while. Do you know what I should do? I should create a Skype group for all my fans so we can talk in a little safe space of our own. You know, like all these social justice warriors have a safe space, which I think I may have just joined one. I may have just joined one. Well, Phoebe's one of them. Phoebe's a breeding ground for the damn things. I didn't realise when I first joined Phoebe, I didn't realise that it was going to be a breeding ground for social justice warriors. I never thought about fat acceptance movement peoples. Which I don't really like that kind of person because they're just ridiculous. I don't mind people wanting people that are fat to be accepted in society and not made fun of. It's Kirsty Rose Shaw. They are the worst, aren't they? The Royal Rose group. Well, I have a Royal Rose pack and I have a Royal Rose fatties group actually on Skype. But I've not been on Skype for ages and I feel bad. I should create this group for all these lovely fat admiring men and all my fans, really. I have the group. So if anybody wants to join it, they can do. It's on Skype though, it's not on Facebook. I don't really go on my Facebook that much anymore. I check it every now and again. It's just full of weirdos and perverts. I just don't like any of the people. I told you about this one particular guy and I don't like him at all. He keeps wanting to be friends with me and talk. He used to be obsessed with me and want to be in a relationship with me, but I kept saying no because he's just weird. I think he's pro-paedophilia, you know. Not sure, but he did say that he was going to start a magazine for paedophiles. So that kind of fingied alarm bells to ring, caused alarm bells to ring. He's only a kid himself, but I think he's pro-paedophile. Like, he's a paedophile, not the other way around. He was obsessed with me pretending I was a lot younger than I am. Like 15. He said I could pass for 15, 16. And he said I should go on live streams and tell people that I'm 15 and I'll get loads of paedophiles viewers. He wanted me to do that and he said, oh, you'll become really popular and you'll get lots of money. At first I thought it was a kind of a ish good idea in a way. It's still weird, but I thought it was a good idea in a way because I do kind of like to pretend I'm younger than I am because I kind of miss my youth and it's kind of fun to be a teenager again. But that's just weird. It still kind of creeped me out. I thought, oh, it might be a good idea, but I just can't bring myself to do it because it's just weird. I just can't do it, and I can't lie either. I can't lie about my age like most women do. I just can't do it. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, he's a bit weird. Yeah, I think he's about 18 now, but when he was 16 when he was going on about it. And he said he wanted to create a magazine whereby he would recruit, including me by the way, he would recruit me and some other girls that looked a lot younger than they were, so they were really adults and of age, but they could dress up as schoolgirls and shit and pretend to be schoolgirls just for the magazine so that paedophiles could believe that they were, you know, kids. And his reasoning for this was that paedophiles have it rough because they're into little girls and it's illegal. And they have to suffer or something. So it was a bit creepy. He was creepy, just the way he looks and talks and everything. He comes across at first sometimes as this sweet, innocent little lad, but you haven't seen the side of him that I have seen. Like, he does this creepy faces and he's like winks a lot at things, and it's just. And even so, he had this picture of himself on Facebook that was of him. What the hell's that noise? of him surrounded by, darkness, and there was like this one light looking at him, and somebody commented on that saying, oh, that's the real personality coming out. And I know he's joking, but I think he's true. I think it's true. He sounds like he will end up in prison. Yeah. Hey, Rose. Gaming. Gamming. Oh, I just scared the dog. That was funny. Did I scare you? He was like, the dog. It's like, I said, and he was like, he will. I think he's going to end up a paedophile. So he seemed to be obsessed with young girls, and he liked to pretend that I was a young girl. So I think he's one of those people who's into age, whatever the word, like age play and daddy, dom, little girl or whatever it's called, fetish. I think he might be into that sort of thing. But as long as he does it legally, like with people who really are older, you know, of age, but look younger, then that's okay, but it's still weird. Gnu! Yeah. I'm not playing with you, you've had enough now. Gnu. Oh, I like that name, Rose Gamamaming. I don't know what it means, but it's kind of funny. I assumed it said gaming, but then I read it properly and it was Gamamaming. Had too many A's and M's. So, what was I going to talk about then? Well, I don't know. That guy is just weird. So he started out obsessed with me, and he said just recently. Yeah, it meant gaming, but it's still funny though. I like typos like that. It's funny. So yeah, I checked it recently and in my messenger, and he said, I'm not obsessed with you anymore, but I still want to be friends. He said, what can I do to change so that I can be friends with you? And I thought, everything. But I didn't reply. I was like, at first I didn't reply, and then he said it again. So I said, I don't know. There's just something about him that I don't like anymore, and he's just annoying. I just can't get past it. I am avoiding him. I met him. I actually met up with him. So he was on, yeah. He was on online when I first met him, and I met up with him in real life, with his mother and my mother together, all four of us. And it was kind of okay, but of course I realised he was probably being well behaved in front of his mother, because I think he tricks people, you know. He makes people think there's this sweet, innocent, little adorable lad, like he used to kind of ish be. But I think he kind of knows the right people to be like well behaved towards, and then he brings out his real personality to people like me. So apparently he's sweet to his sister and he's sweet to his mum, and acts all sweet and innocent and sort of yes mum, no mum, 3 bags full mum. And because he used to tell me stories like that his sister was mean to him for no reason, and all he wanted to do was hang out with her, and you know. But I think the reason why she was mean to him and didn't want to hang out with him, because I think she knows the real him. His mum doesn't, obviously, his dad doesn't, but I think the sister knows the real him. For all we know, he tried to do weird stuff to his sister. I don't know, do I? I'm the opposite to my dad and mum. Me too. I'm a nightmare. I'm a right nightmare. I don't do that cutesy sweet thing to her and then nasty to everyone else, like other kids do. I'm the opposite. I'm nice to everybody else, but I'm a pain in the ass to my mum. I actually don't mean to be, but the times when I'll be a real pain in the ass are when it comes to the dog, because she believes in like that you should let the dog do whatever he wants, and that the dog, if he's a pet, doesn't need training. That she believes that only if it's a service dog does it need training intricately and stuff. Because I remember saying I was going to train him, and she went, train it, you know, like that. She was like scoffed at it. She's just a pet. What do you mean training him? I'm like, so what? Pets need training. Otherwise you get a mischievous, unsocialized, badly behaved dog if you don't train them. Most people don't seem to realize and grasp this. Most people think that dogs are either well behaved or badly behaved. Like you get one or the other, but actually you have to train them. And you can get some dogs who are well behaved naturally, but if you've got one that is badly behaved, then you have to train it to be good, well behaved. Because despite what people say, that you have to get them at puppyhood or you can't train them, it's not true. You can actually train them at any age, and you can reverse any long-term effects that the dog has kind of, if it's got bad behaviours, if it's picked up bad behaviours, you can reverse them. I will agree with the whole, you've got to get them at puppyhood, because that is the best time to do it, because then they never learn the bad behaviours in the first place. But if they do, there's no reason why you can't reverse it, and you can reverse it, just takes longer. And sometimes they revert back to that bad behaviour because it's kind of ingrained in them a little bit. So it's best to get them at puppyhood when they haven't learnt those behaviours and made them habits. But yeah, you can. I mean, he barely ever does anything naughty now that he used to do. I told you he used to run around the garden like his ass was on fire every time he could smell a dog or see a dog from the gate. I mean, you can't really see a dog, but he used to be able to smell them from like a mile away coming this way. And he'd start running around the garden. Bar huskies, you can barely teach them anything. With huskies you can, you just have to exercise them more rigorous exercise. The key is to drain the dog's energy first and then try and train it. That's the best way to do it. Like a husky that doesn't get much exercise probably will be hard to handle, because huskies were bred for doing long journeys in the snow, so you have to really, they have a lot of energy. I've never had a husky, but I've just learnt it from watching lots and lots of dog behaviour and training videos. Lots of different ones, including Cesar Millan, who everybody hates, especially here in England. Everybody hates Cesar Millan, thinking he's cruel. That's another misconception people have. People think that discipline equals cruelty to a dog, but it's not true. I mean, you have to. I mean, they even whip horses, but only when they're being badly behaved, and as soon as they are good, they stop whipping them, like immediately. Not that you should whip a dog though. But what I tend to do is I used to get, when he was badly behaved, I used to get a stick just to kind of hurt him a little bit, to block him from something. So he was about to kind of pass me and I didn't want him to pass me. Like if I was walking him on a leash or he was in front of me and I didn't want him to pass me, I used to use a long stick to kind of block him, but I'd never touch him with it. Or if he was staring intently at something, I used to poke him a little bit to kind of distract him, which you're supposed to do. I've seen that happen. So you can do that. But yeah, you don't be abusive to them, because then they don't know what they've done right and what they've done wrong if you just abuse them all the time. But if you're disciplining them, you're just doing something that they don't like or that scares them a little, just when they're being naughty to deter them. And then as soon as they stop doing it, you stop doing that, whatever it is. So it's good, because like I say, he used to be really badly behaved. He used to barge through doors, and like I say, he used to run around, he used to jump up onto you. These days, if he's going to jump, he doesn't jump on you. He kind of just jumps a little bit, but doesn't put his paws on you. But that's only if he's super excited. But even when guests come, he doesn't jump at them. At one time he would have done, but he doesn't now. He just goes up and sniffs them, which is the right way. I don't even know how I trained him to stop jumping up, so don't ask. I think a combination of just training him to do other tricks and calming him down did the trick, to be honest with you. There's no specific thing I did to stop him from jumping. Except I'll tell you one thing. When he used to live out in the back room, no one else. Well, it's because he doesn't respect you. Dogs who jump on you, it's because they don't respect you and they don't see you as an alpha or a leader or an authority figure. So you've got to make sure that they know that you're not taking any of that shit. No, and honestly, it just means that it doesn't. Maybe other people probably exude some sort of authority figure to them, so they wouldn't dare. The right way to greet someone is to go and sniff them, not to jump all over them or bite them or mouth them. So yeah. A lot of people do think that jumping on someone means that they like them, but it just means that they're disrespectful and they have no boundaries, so That's not good. He may do it, apparently. Even if a dog does everything it tells you, it doesn't mean to say it's obedient or respects you, apparently. Not fully, anyway. But yeah, it shouldn't be doing the jumping thing. But yeah, when I used to go outside... Yeah, that's why he does it then, because you let him do it. Other people won't. Most people don't like it, so... It's kind of good that they do that. My dog's the same. My dog, with my mum, he will do more what I class as naughty things around my mum, but he won't do them with me because he knows that I won't tolerate it. My mum is disabled, as you know, and the way he acts with her, I'm thinking that shouldn't happen because she could get knocked over because he's like running around her quite excitedly, and sometimes he bashes into her and he could knock her over. She hasn't got very good balance. The slightest thing and she loses her balance, so if he knocks into her and she goes flying and falls over, she could hit her head or whatever. It's not good. So I keep telling her it's not good, but she won't listen. She says, oh, I don't mind him doing it. And I'm like, but one day it's going to be your peril. It's not good. But she won't listen. But luckily he knows that he can't do it with me. So sometimes I'll walk in the room when it's time for him to go out, and he will get up out of his bed, but he knows not to come and barge and jump and run around under my feet. He knows not to do that. And if he tries it, I walk forward so he'll go the opposite way. And most of the time when I do that, he just goes in his bed automatically without me having to say. But at one time, when he used to live out the back room, as soon as I went out the back room, when it was time to go out, he used to jump all over me. So at first I started turning my back on him like they told you to do, but that didn't work. So eventually what I did was, I would stay on the top step in the door frame, and I used to tell him to go in his bed. So he would go in his bed, but the minute I stepped out, he would get up out of his bed again. So what I did was I went back up again on the top step and stayed there until he got in his bed. And I kept doing that until he realised I'm not coming out to take him out, until he stays in his bed, and he goes in his bed and he stays in and he's calm and relaxed. And every time he got out of his bed, even if I was like mid in the room, I went out into the room and I was getting his lead and I went to the door, if he got out of his bed, I would just do the whole thing over again, and I'd keep doing that until he got the hint that it wasn't going anywhere, until he stayed and behaved himself. Because like I say, he was a nightmare. He used to jump up, he used to throw himself at the door quite harsh, like he was trying to barricade the damn thing. Break it down, I mean. Like throwing his side at the freaking door. When it became annoying, so like I say, I had to stop him from doing that, and the only way was to get him in his bed and sit and stay. Because before I tried all the down, get down, tried to do all that, but it didn't work, so I decided I'm going to try the whole I'm not doing what you want until you do what I want approach, and that worked. So he stopped. He learned that I wasn't taking any of his crap. So yeah, it worked eventually, and I started taking him out even into the garden on the lead when I first took him out, instead of opening the door to let him zoom out like he used to. So that's what I started to do, and it calmed him down. I didn't really have to do any techniques other than that, but just giving him less freedom and training him to be more obedient and saying sit, stay, and all that sort of stuff. During play, I'd say sit, fling the ball, that sort of thing. So that all seemed to calm him down. I didn't do anything really specific to stop him from doing each thing. Because a lot of people say that even when they train them, like say sit and stay and lie down and all that stuff, they were still boisterous and it didn't help them calm down. But with mine it did. Just getting him to do simple tricks helped him to calm down and be more obedient and listen to me more. So that was good. Oh, hey Richard, by the way, I didn't say hey. I was in the middle of talking, it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's good that he does everything. Your husky does everything you tell him to do. That's good. He'll just be super excited. Sorry, not husky, lurcher you said. Sorry, we're talking about huskies and lurchers, so I got confused. Anyone looking forward to Stranger Things? I will decide on the topics here. Don't start diverting people from listening to me and start talking about that. Yeah, the husky is canny good too. Canny good? What's canny good? I have another story to tell you. I had loads to talk about. I'll tell you. So we've talked about dogs now. I would like to actually start a dog training channel where I can talk about dogs and people are more interested in that. But I know people aren't interested in that with my videos. But it's something I'm very passionate about. Huh? What does that mean? It is something I'm interested and passionate about. So, but I do like to. But that's the kind of thing anyway. The point of this story actually was that's what me and my mum argue about the most is the dog. It's not too bad now because he's more calm than he used to be because I trained him very well. At age 8, I actually started training him at 8 years old, and he'd. If you want to make a dog channel, go for it. Yeah, but the thing is, the reason why I don't do that is because I know I probably won't get lots of views and subscribers, whereas this is like the only niche I've ever sort of gotten more viewers and subscribers. So I thought I may as well talk about other things, seeing as how I've got the subscribers and viewers, like mixed in with the weight gain stuff. Because people, I don't know, when I do anything, people don't seem to be very interested in it. I remember when I first started this channel, I just did silly little home videos at first. And then I moved on to videos where I just showed off my outfits, but I didn't really talk much. Because I hated talking on videos because I hated my voice and everything. So, and I started out very unpopular and only got a few views. And then I started doing it whereby I did music. I did videos of me doing music on it. That only got a few. So I tried a few niches before I started this one. Like I tried Therian videos and furry videos. That didn't really take off. I just got a load of people being mean. And by the way, not normies. It wasn't normal troll people. It was actually people within the Therian community and the furry community who criticised me. Mainly the Lycan theory, oh, you know, I can't remember the community. The Lycan community and the Therian community used to have a go at me because they thought I was taking the piss out of them. They thought I was fake, I think. I didn't realise that at first, but later on I realised that because I didn't talk in my videos, they thought I was taking the piss out of them because I never really explained myself and my channel very well. But after I finally did talk about the whole thing, they said, "I'm sorry, I got you all wrong." That's what they said. So that was really good. Yeah, it's because when I first started doing the Therian videos, I wore my big tail and ears, you know, the big ones that you all love. The huge tail and the huge ears. I don't wear them that much because they're just so heavy and cumbersome. But I'd wear them definitely for occasional times, like Halloween, and sometimes in the garden the rest of the time. But yeah, they used to think that I was wearing this big tail and ears to take the piss out of them because most Therians don't wear such huge tail and ears. They wear, you know, little ones. So they thought I was taking the piss. But why? I mean, if I wasn't serious and I... Sorry, JD, I scared him again. Leave up. You went like that. If I wasn't serious and I was taking the piss out of them, you know, I wore that just to take the piss out of them, why would I spend, what was it, 60 quid on this massive tail and ears? Why would I commit so much to taking the piss out of them? Baby pigeon! It's so cute! Let's scare it off with my scary voice. No, I don't want to see the comments. Go away. I wanted to zoom in, but never mind. So yeah, why would I pay that much money just to take the piss out of them? Why would I commit myself to such an expensive tail and ears? Oh, there we go. I can still zoom in even with this stupid comment section. There it is. It's a big, huge, enormous, tiny... Sorry. Big baby. It's a big baby. Ain't it cute? Doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do. There we go. It's found the food at last. It's usually when it's with its sibling. It's never usually without its sibling. I don't know where its sibling is today. See it a lot. So, what was I going to say? Let me see. People just not using the head. Yes. So, but yeah, the reason why that they thought I was taking the piss out of them was apart from the fact that I was wearing that tail and ear set, but also when I started this particular video, which was the most popular video of all, it had the most views, but the most criticism, was this one where at the beginning I said stupid idiots, and my Cody Bear, you know, it's like this copying thing that sings when it sings whatever you say. And I said stupid idiots, and it went stupid is stupid. And it kept saying stupid idiots over and over again, singing in the sing-song voice thing that it does. But I eventually found out that people thought that because I was saying that, they thought I was calling them stupid idiots, you know, Therians. But actually, I was referring to these two blokes that were going past and swearing and spitting. I was calling them stupid idiots, but I forgot to explain that in the video because I didn't think that people would take that out of context. I wasn't expecting people to just think that I was talking about them, was I? I just wanted to show off my outfit and my tail and ears, but people thought that because I wasn't saying anything about it, that I was referring to them as stupid idiots. But yeah, it was the two blokes walking past that I called stupid idiots because they were swearing and being pigs. They were being disgusting. Chavvy scumbags. What on earth is that noise? Is that a person? That's weird. It's like, ooh. What the hell is that? Some people feel that are so used to being attacked for their passions that they think everyone is out to get them. That's me. That's so me, actually. I'm the same. Like, I assumed one of the people on here said useless leader. I thought they were calling me a useless leader. And I was paranoid about that because someone has called me that lately. Told ya. Weirdos. Anyway, so forget about that for a moment. Yeah, so my early videos, I like to show off my outfits, and that was when I was dead skinny. But I didn't really talk in my videos, and I suppose that's why they weren't very popular. I don't know how YouTubers become popular, really. I don't really know how. Because I would like to talk about things like I'm talking now, and share my opinion on various subjects. Like, even in my Therian videos, I wouldn't just talk about Therian stuff. I would talk about world issues like I've talked about in this video and previous videos, and things that bug me. But obviously, if you have a Therian channel, people expect you to talk about Therian things, so I don't really know. It's hard to pick a niche like that. So I want to do a mixture. I kind of want to do a channel where I can kind of show off all my interests and all my things, all my niches. So like even in roleplay, I like to combine like weight gain roleplay and dominant submissive roleplay and other things I can't think of. I can't really. Well, I think one of the roleplay peeps has discovered my videos, so I have to be careful what I say sometimes. It would be easier if I could have my fans on my Skype Fatties group, because then I could tell you all these things in a more safe space, where certain people can't see it, because there's certain things I'm not telling you that I want to tell you guys that I can't tell you because there's certain people who watches these videos who I don't really want to know certain things, so I can't tell certain people that I actually do want them to know about. So if you wanna join, that fatties group of mine, well, it's for my fans to talk and stuff about anything. So yes, you can join that. I think my Skype is Royal Rose Wolf, the same as this. I like when people talk about things or share their own point of view about the world. Yes. I used to not talk about this stuff, and I used to be encouraged not to talk about stuff, my opinions, because people would have a massive go at me about some things. What do you mean, no? It's Fluffykins. It is Fluffykins, but I think my actual username thing is Royal Rose Wolf, the set one. It might be my email address, I can't remember. Fluffykins is just the name, the nickname bit. I need to change that, really. That was for Halloween. Fluffykins the Nightmare Bat. I called myself, and it was supposed to be just for Halloween. But I stopped going on, so I haven't been able to change. But I don't know what to call myself. I like Fluffykins though, it's cute. And I want to show you this really cute, adorable character. Gotta show it to you. On there, I'll be able to show it to you on there. It's a character that I play on the role plays. It's really cute. It's like a normal animal, it's not really a furry, it's a normal. I think they call ferals in furry language, I think it's called a feral. A normal animal that's still kind of anthropomorphized. It doesn't talk, it's like a proper animal, but it's got like human sort of facial expressions and stuff. It's just like a cartoon animal, it's cute. And I sometimes roleplay as those characters because they're dead. It's kind of fun to play a pet sometimes, you know, that just doesn't speak. And people always think, people have a set way of thinking when you talk about being a pet. People think, oh, it's pet play, or oh, it's BDSM, and oh, it's kinky, and oh, it's you're a sub. But in Orc, Wolf Orc, this is different. I'd be just still dominant, but I'd be an animal, and animals can be dominant, so can't they? So I like the idea of playing a really badly behaved animal, and then maybe someone get in a dog behaviorist, or behaviorist of whatever the animal is, and then they try and train me and change my behaviour, like I see in the Caesar Milan videos. I thought that would be fun. How to experience what it's like to be a dog or an animal or something. It's kind of fun. But I haven't been able to do that. But in online roleplay you can do. But I haven't actually had a roleplay of the thing I've just described. Hang on. I like the idea that go away, that a voice can just go somewhere uninvited and just kind of hang out like a dirty thought in a nice clean. What the hell are you talking about? I don't get it. My lips are annoying me. Actually, I brought out a bunch of stuff to show you, but I haven't showed you after all that. Don't know whether I should now. Do you know what? What time is it right now? I can't see the time on my thing because, you know, when I'm live streaming it doesn't have the time. I should have worn my watch today. show us. What, the stuff? I did have drawings I was going to show you, but I'm not sure if I should now because of the thing I told you about. Oh dear. I only have an hour then. I better hurry up. I'll show you real quick. Alright, so there's my drawing pad. I'll show you a picture. Hang on. Show you a picture that I've drawn recently. I've got to be careful what kind of things I show you because I've got people on here that don't. It's still, I've just realised it's still zoomed in. Never mind. That's a commission I'm doing for somebody actually. I don't think they like it because they didn't reply. I need to take pictures out here because my scanner doesn't work, so I have to take pictures of my artwork now. Which is apparently better because the digital art thing I've got called Krita or whatever. Apparently if you try and colour in a picture that's been scanned, it just does it in black and white. There's no option to do it in colour. But apparently when you do it from a picture, it does the colour. So it's actually better. Is there a way I could possibly take a picture while I'm live streaming? I don't suppose I can. I'd have to just stop the live stream. Whether I'll remember later on, I don't know. So the person who's all about this didn't have the picture after all. Oh no, no, no. There's a cute picture. Ain't it cute? Hang on, I'm just gonna turn the page. I don't like that picture. Be easier if I could put it down and do it, but never mind. Rubbish. Not very good when it's bending. It's not very good when it's bending. It is a horse. I didn't even copy draw that, you know. I did that from memory because I was doing some copy drawing of horses recently, so I did that off by heart from what I remembered. So that's pretty good. I think for my first time doing a realistic horse without having a reference. And I tried to do a more cartoony horse here. That's how I used to draw horses before I learnt how to draw them properly. It's kind of cute, but I'm still not happy with it really. I'm still not happy with it. Yeah, I don't know who's watching my videos no more. Certain people that I don't want to be doing so. I didn't mean to. Although it was all my fault, but I didn't mean to do it. I hate having to be careful with my live streams. Iron. Ain't that cute? Big fat, cute little thing is more feral, but oh, why do I keep doing that? I don't know. I'm trying to find more sexy, fat. I didn't see many fat, sexy boys today when I was out. Oh well, I'll just look at the dog while I'm trying to find something good. Isn't that cute? That says I know the difference between jumping and mouthing. The reason I put that was because I was watching a video and it was of It's Either Me or the Dog. That's what the series is called. And Victoria Stilwell said dogs don't jump up on leaders. And at another point they said dogs don't mouth leaders. But the dog actually clearly did that to her twice in a video. So somebody put dogs don't mouth leaders and said, oh, I like Victoria. I like her quotes. And I decided to comment under it saying, actually, the dog did jump up on her twice. And they went, I said mouthing, don't you know the difference between mouthing and jumping? So that's why I was mad, so I drew this. Dumbass. Actually, I put dumbass. I do know the difference between mouthing and jumping. I just wrote a bunch of things on. I think that'll be enough for now there. I haven't started... Richard, I haven't started your drawing because I have at least a couple of... Actually, I did that particular drawing. Now. Is one of them in a queue. So. But I haven't finished a particular one that is taking me a long time to do because it's full colour. And it takes a long time. So I won't be starting your commission until I finish that one because I would really like to finish one at a time instead of trying to do a whole bunch of them. My mum can do it, you know. My mum can do several drawings at once and colour them. She's really good at that, multitasking, but I'm not so good. I have to concentrate on one at a time. So that's why I'm introducing the queue, like other commissioners have. Other commission artists do queues, so I'm doing queues. So that when I take a long time, I say, well, you're in a queue. So yeah, I'm doing one that's taking a long time. Your one is a sketch, so that shouldn't really take a long time. So I might get round to it, doing it, you know. Even though I'm not finished the other thing, I might still do it. So I've just got to ask you a few questions about that. What kind of furry girl do you want? Uh-oh, what's going on? It's froze, guys. I think battery's gone. Oh dear. Well, I'll have to stop this then because I think the battery's about to die or dying. So I guess I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.